Hey guys, and welcome to a different video. Yes, you might be thinking, what the hell is this? It is not the West Ham career mode I wanted. It is what I usually did. I did it with the Premier League. I am going to do it again now. My Euros 2021 predictions. So today I will be covering three topics. I will be covering my England starting 11, not my whole squad. I do not want to become a hated character for that. My group predictions, and then my top four predictions. And what I mean by that is the winner, my second place team, my third, like in the third playoff game, and then my fourth. And let's get into it. But before the video starts, like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, I've got to say this, and comment what you think will happen and if you agree or disagree with my predictions. So starting off with my England team. If you're not ready, be ready. We're coming straight into this. So in goal, I always wanted Nick Pope, but unfortunately that is not to be because I think he's injured. Or Gareth Southgate's not included him in the 33, because I'm going to go with all players in the 33-man squad, no one outside, so sorry Bamford lovers, he will not be included. But in goal, I'm going to go with Pickford. Do I really want him? No, I don't. I think we do need a better keeper in the future. I thought Nick Pope was 100% going to start, but I'm going with Pickford just for experience. Dean Henderson, I do like, being at Grimsby before, absolutely love him. But I just don't see him being a starter just yet. In years to come, maybe the next tournament, yes. But this one, I'll just go with the experienced goalkeeper in Jordan Pickford. He has actually done well at Everton recently. Over the whole season, probably not been the best. There was the fiasco with Liverpool and all that, and when he was making mistakes early on. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him in goal for my starting pick. And now on to right back. You might be thinking I'm going to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm actually not going to go with him. I think he will play a lot of games, but I'm going with what I would start as the first team. I'm going to go with Kyle Walker, just because he doesn't need to be versatile, but he is versatile. He's going to play alongside the centre-back I have, which you're probably already going to guess right now. And I think Gareth Southgate just loves him more, and I can see him playing him more. His experience, probably one of his last tournaments, maybe second to last, third to last if he goes on a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to put him over Trent because Trent hasn't played in the warm-up games as well. So I do think he is going to play Trent. I actually think at the next tournament he's going to be a central midfielder. That's my prediction. But yeah, Kyle. And yeah, at the side of him, there's only one choice for me. John Stones being pivotal in Manchester City's starting 11 this season with them winning the Premier League. But do I think he's actually the best centre-back England have? This season, probably one of them, but in the future, probably not. There's one player I really love who isn't in this team, so I will mention right now, Eric Konza. He is just amazing. I think he's the future. As at the side of him, if he is fit, of course it has to be Harry Maguire, one of the most underrated players at all. I won't even say he's underrated, I'd just say he's memed and bantered just because of when he did that no-look tackle and all them kind of things, his big transfer fee. I really do rate Harry Maguire, although his stats on that comparison board were only to Man United players. I do feel like he's one of the good English centre-backs in the Premier League and the best England have at the moment. And at the side of him, of course, I'm going to go for his Manchester United teammate in Luke Shaw. I think he's been great this season. If you would have asked me last year, it would have 100% been Chilwell. Luke Shaw might have not even been in my top two. I do like Ryan Bertrand a little bit, you know, but of course he's past England duty, I think. So yeah, Luke Shaw, I think that's another nailed down position. Now onto the midfield, which I found very, very hard. I really wanted Jordan Henderson in here, but I feel like his injury has been longer than Maguire's. It's probably going to last longer than Maguire's, so I am not going to include him here, but just to let you know, if he was fit, he'd be in any of these positions, honestly, because I do have them as one defensive one and two central midfielders. My defensive one is Declan Rice. Amazing. Carried West Ham a little bit to the Europa League spots alongside Jesse Lingard and just runs the show really as a CDM. I think he's just got the better of Calvin Phillips at the moment, despite him being younger as well. And of course, I could put Jordan Henderson in here if I wanted to, but Declan Rice is the CDM, even experienced at England at a young age. Next to him on the left, although it could be either side, I've gone with Mason Mount. Amazing. It was either him, Bellingham or Foden, which I do rate all three very, very highly, but I've gone for Mason Mount this time just because I feel like he is the perfect fit. Gareth Southgate loves him. Lampard did. Tuchel's grown to love him, and I think the fans are now, because everyone said he was overrated when he kept on getting played and played and played, but he's proven his worth to England. He's like when Ross Barkley was in his prime for the Three Lions. So I was just thinking then when I was saying that, remember Ross Barkley? He was insane when he was good. As the other midfielder I've gone with is a bit of a left shout. I've gone with James Ward-Prowse just because he is more central, I'd say. He's very, very good with his stamina. Played 2 consecutive seasons every single minute. That is amazing for a player. Over like 6,000 minutes, or even maybe 7,000. As yes, really good for Southampton. Consistent set piece taker. Can go forward, can go backwards, can get goals, can get assists. And of course, middle-aged as well. So not too young and inexperienced, despite him not playing much for England. As now it's on to the front three. And again, might be raising some eyebrows. On the right, I'll go with one of the confirmed ones as well, Jadon Sancho. Feel like he's the best right-hand side midfielder at the moment. Raheem Sterling will be the only competition, but Sterling not being himself. I haven't seen much of Sancho for Dortmund, but I feel like I don't need to see much, because when I've seen him for England, he's been okay. Hasn't got as much goals and assists as I expected him to get, but still got as much as the other players, so Jadon Sancho is my right winger. With up front as well, one of the guaranteed ones, Harry Kane. My golden boot, in my opinion. It's either going to be between him and a left shout, Karim Benzema. So I'm going to go with Harry Kane as my England striker. Hopefully gets loads of goals for England. Hopefully gets the golden boot like he did in the Russia 2018 World Cup. God, that was a bit ago now. And yeah, can't see anyone coming close. Just Calvert-Lewin behind him. With the left winger being the left shout. Well, a little bit of a left shout. I haven't gone with Rashford because I see him as a little bit poor at the moment. Definitely taking him, of course. That would be stupid not to. And probably will play this game, even though I'm going with Jack Grealish. I've seen him play 1 game for England, a friendly, but he was immense. I think it was against like Denmark or something. And yeah, just dominates the left wing spot. Foden could potentially be here as well, but I want to go with Grealish just because he's older. And I feel like is better adapted to other teams, like Foden's only been with City. And I know Grealish is only with Villa, but he's been with England before and Ireland, and I do see him doing the job. So that's my England lineup. Tell me what you think to this. And yeah, now we're on to the group stages. Then we'll go to like golden boot winners and assisters. I forgot to go on to that. And then we'll go into my top 4. As we'll go through groups one by one. Group A. Bit difficult. I'd say this is a little bit of a group of death. And you might be saying, Max, what are you on about? This is easy. I would have said it's easy a little while ago, but I think Wales aren't as good with, what's his face? Ryan Giggs. I prefer the one before he went to Sunderland, Chris Coleman. But yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. And Turkey, I would have put these bottom of the group all day long if it was like the last World Cup, but they've really shown proof that there can be a threat in the friendlies before this. So, of course, top of the group, as most people go, despite them not getting into the last World Cup, which could be a shout for them not finishing top of this group, is Italy. Then second, I have gone with Turkey. Yes, I've actually put Turkey in second. It's a leftward shout, but nothing goes to plan in these World Cups and Euros because Germany didn't even qualify out of the group stages last time. With Switzerland in third, I do think they're really good, they're passionate, and Wales last. Sorry to any Welsh fans that I have watching these, as now Group B. B just stands for Belgium, done it. Put them top straight away, they're winning this group. As I've gone for another maybe leftward shout, maybe not a leftward shout. I don't think Russia will repeat what they did in their home country, so I'm going with Denmark second. Not much to really say on this one. Pretty decent team. Don't think they'll get past the first knockout round. With Russia third and Finland fourth. I just don't think they've got it. Congrats to them qualifying like as Group C. I think this is going to be close but predictable as well. I've got Netherlands at the top. I don't think they're going to win it by a lot though. Maybe like 1 point because no Van Dijk might cause some issues, but still I think they've got the better of the other teams. As Austria, despite underperforming in past tournaments a little bit, I do have them second. I just fancy them for some reason. As Ukraine just haven't got it despite getting some good results in friendlies. I don't think do it when they get to tournaments as well as North Macedonia. Sorry, Alioski fans, you're coming bottom. Good for them to get to the tournament as well, as now it's Group D, the one England are in, but will they win it in my opinion? They won't, because yes, Croatia beat us in the World Cup, but I'm not going off that. That was 4 years ago now, or even 5 or 3 or something like that. It was years ago, as we did get the revenge in the Nations League, beating them there, but Croatia are never a team that like to back down, so I feel like they will beat us this time, finish top of the group. We will come second, so it'll be us and Croatia flying. I think it will be a hefty points gap between them two. Scotland, who will come close with us in a game, but I think we will beat them like we did Wales in the Euros. That'd be fun. Like 2-1, as Czech Republic finished bottom. Also, if you're wondering why I'm looking down a bit, I've got them written on a list. I cannot memorise teams for the love of me. As Group E, another little bit of a weird one. Top of the group, I have just by the skin of the teeth, again like Netherlands, gone for Spain. I think there'll be 1 point in it, and the Spanish coming out on top just because they haven't picked any Real Madrid players, but they have got the likes of Laporte flocking to them, and I think we'll do pretty well with Poland second. Yes, I have Lewandowski as the carrier. Then third and fourth, it's a little bit weird. I have gone for Sweden third, just though, because I feel like this will be one of the close groups like Group A, and Slovakia last. Just a goalkeeper country with Group F. I said Group A was a group of death. This is, and especially for Hungary. So I'm going to go bottom to top. Hungary, of course, bottom. But then France, Germany and Portugal, so hard to pull them off. As I think Germany will do okay with this, with Joachim Löw being his last season in charge of the German team. But I think his choices have been a little bit weird as well. No, Ter Stegen, I thought he was going to be number one. But of course, going with Neuer. France, I think will do really good this year as well. And Portugal, with the lineup they have, it's really good. I never see them as a big threat, despite them winning the Euros and coming close in the World Cup. I never just look at them the same way that you probably should do. So, yeah, I don't know what to think. I think the team that they've got is really strong now. So, I'm going to go with them actually finishing top. And I know it contradicts what I've said a little bit there, but yes, Portugal to finish top. Ronaldo playing maybe one of his last tournaments, so needs to put it in. With France second, because I just feel like French's team is just amazing. And despite it being his last season, and I think he will do okay, coming close to France, I've got Germany last. I think Joachim Löw will go out with a whimper. And of course, that's me saying that that's the second time in a row they will go out in the group stages. Controversial. And yeah, now I'm going to go with my three things. So I've got top scorer, top assister, which is very hard to pull off, so I don't really care about it. And then just the overall performer, who I think will do the best. So for my top scorer, I'm going with Benzema. Like I said at the start, he's doing well for Real Madrid at the moment, which you don't really expect. You expect Kylian Mbappe to carry, but I just have a feeling with Karim Benzema this year. He's knocking on a bit, and this might be his last tournament to get something in. As my top assister, I'll go with another wayward chat. I'll go with Dani Olmo for Spain. I feel like he is a good potential upcoming player. I feel like this is a tournament where he might get a transfer through to like Real Madrid or Barcelona from Leipzig, who of course are the selling club that they are. And yeah, best performer in my opinion. Of course, it doesn't have to be the top goal scorer or assister. I'll go with someone who I think will come in my top four, which is Ruben Diaz. Enough said. And now you know one of my top four teams, as here we go. This is the moment you've been waiting for after the group stages. The top four teams in the Euros will be as follows, in my opinion. Fourth, I'm going to go with the Three Lions. I'm going to go with England. Yes, it's the same position that we finished the World Cup in. I think we will do better, like not scraping penalties through on Colombia, because of course Colombia are in the Euros, but I feel like we will win every single game up to then. Losing the semi-final again, but not in the same heartbreaking way. I feel like we will get humbled, literally, because one of the teams that we have to play, who are above us in the list, will absolutely thrash us, in my opinion. So I think we'll get beaten 3-0 in the semis, and then, of course, Gareth Southgate just rotates for the third place playoff, so I don't feel like we'll win that. As my third place are Portugal. Yes, the team, of course, that I said will get out of that group stage and do pretty well. I've got them coming third. I feel like they're really on top of things right now. Ruben Diaz will do well. Ronaldo will do well. They've got a very, very, very solid team. But is it enough to win the Euros again, back to back? Not in my opinion. I don't think they'll do it. And now we're on to first and second place. As in second for me, Belgium. Yes, the are they called the toffee? No, that's Everton, isn't it? The toffee makers, really, because that's what the country's famous for. The chocolate and everything. Love it. And I think they will improve on their earlier World Cup triumph, in the highest finish they've ever got, in third. I think they'll come second this time, just lose in the final like 1-0 or something. I feel like it will be a close final. I think Romelu Lukaku will fire and they'll do very well, but just come up short to France, who I have winning it. Was it ever in doubt? I think French are dominant in world football at the moment. I feel like they've won the World Cup. They'll win the Euros as well. Will they win the next tournament? I'll have to see when I get there, but if every single team stays the same, which of course it won't, I would say yes again. I think they're so dominant. Paul Pogba, Kante, Griezmann, although he's not playing the best, Mbappe, Benzema. they've just got everyone, and I think they will win it. So let me know what you think in the comments below to all them predictions, as we've gone through my predictions for the groups, the England team, and the top 4 in the tournament. But there's only one thing left to show you now: the fantasy. And just before I get into this, thank you every single person who took part in the fantasy for the Premier League. Really appreciate that. Might get a couple of prizes going, you never know, if I can get some money together, as this on screen right now, I'm looking down at it, is my team that I have made. I mean, it's not going to be the same as you guys, so you guys can try and beat me if you join the league code, which I will show you in a minute. As yeah, I feel rather confident with it, but of course, I always do bad in these. I always start really good and go bad. I've got the likes of a really strong defence: Rudiger, Varane, Cancelo, Shaw. I've got Ronaldo, Kane and Benzema, but my bench is a little bit weaker. You'll just have to tell me what you think to it in the comments below. And of course, make your own and join the code, which will be on screen. Now, there is the league code. Just basically type that into the UEFA app. You've only got to create a UEFA code. It's actually the Euros 2020 app as well, so make sure it's the 2020, not the 21, because it was supposed to be last year. Just put the code in to the screen when you go into the fantasy and you've set your account up, make your team, join the league. Easy as that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little piece of content. Like, comment, share and subscribe, like I said at the start, as this is just a different video to the usual FIFA career mode. I just like doing prediction videos, despite it being a bit controversial. If you want to see more of predictions, although I'm not as consistent as I am on YouTube with it, follow the TikTok. It's in the description below, MWS27 over there. And you might see a couple more predictions for Premier League stuff, really, because that's the league I watch the most at the moment. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe, as I will see you all in a bit. Peace, guys.